Those were right. There was a few of the equations that I didn't quite understand how to put together the math on it, and so we'll see if you understood them or not.
Yeah, I struggled just a little bit, but I was able to get through it. So hopefully my answers are right.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Okay, so we are recording live now.
Okay, we can start. I'll start with number one.
All right.
So GDP, I got B on that one, that it's used to monitor the performance of overall economy and is the single best measure of a society's economic well-being.
Yes, that is what I got. We're good there.
Awesome.
Okay, so number two. This one I have a question mark next to, so I must have had a question on it. It says, according to the circular flow diagram, GDP, I selected B, which can be computed as the revenue firms receive from the sales of goods and services minus the payments they make to factors of production.
Okay, I got C on this one, that it can be computed as either the revenue firms receive or the rest of that was sales of goods and services. I didn't put any notes on this one as to why I got that, though. Let's see.
Yeah, but I think I was tossed up between is it minus what they put out as like expenses, but I think I remember I must have gone back to check this one. I remember reading something where it's both of them.
Minus the payments or the revenues.
Well, yeah, so it's the revenues and it's the sales of the goods and services. So, yeah.
Okay, let me check. See really quick if I can find that in the book. Usually I look them up and leave a note next to like where I find it and stuff, and then I know exactly where to jump to it, but this one I didn't.
Yeah, because that's the one that I was looking at the PowerPoint for.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite clear. You have missing something, I'm not sure. Let's see.
Okay, circular flow diagram, 10-1.
Illustrates GDP as spending, revenue, factor payments, and income. So you might be right, though. It can be computed as either the revenue firms receive from the sales of goods and services, or as revenues they receive from the sales. Yeah, you know what? That's correct.
Yeah, so here it is on in chapter 10, page 1 or whatever, 10-1. It talks about that where you buy goods and services from firms, and firms use the revenue from sales to pay wages to workers.
Okay.
Okay, and
well, there we have it.
And then number 3, gross domestic product measures, and I got A on that one for income and expenditures.
Yes, I got the same. So
okay.
I'll get there. Number 4, in the GDP accounts, production equals. I put income and imports, or sorry, income minus imports, which is D. Did you get something different?
I got just income on that one.
Because I have a question mark next to this one too. I think I was just getting confused. I knew it had to have income in it, but it wasn't B or C.
Because it makes sense with imports. Bringing that in. Let's see.
Okay. GDP account. I think what was throwing me off is the accounts production. Yeah, there's something there that's throwing me off. Let's see.
I'm not sure where I found this one. Maybe we want to go with our guts on that one,
Yeah, let's do that.
because I don't see that here in the book real quick. Okay. And then I need to be doing this in the quiz. I haven't been marking them down in the quiz. I've just been reading answers.
Yeah, well, I look at my notes. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's it. Or
Yeah, let me mark these down real quick. Go to number 4. Okay, and then number 5. Suppose that an economy produces 20,000 units of good A, which sells at $3 a unit, and 40,000 units of good B, which sells at $1 per unit. Production of good A contributes, and I got B, 3/2 times as much to GDP as the production of good B. And I just figured that because you make more money off of a $3 item than with a $1 item. So then I figured the fraction would be bigger on the left side, if that makes sense, with bigger with the 3 over the 2.
Yep, no, that makes sense. That's what I got as well.
Okay, awesome.
So I think we're good there. Okay, so question number 6, which is the table below contains data from Truro for the year 2015. And wants to know the gross national product for Truro in 2015, which I selected C, which is $200.
Okay, and this one I guessed I did an equation which I thought was it for this in Excel, and I got 212. So then I guessed B for 214 since it was closest to that. So
what did you include? Because I went through this a couple times and I'm like, okay, I don't see anything that I should include or take away.
So let's see here. Got the equation here. Let me copy and paste it over.
Okay.
Oh, is it going to let me copy it? Maybe. Oh, yeah, there. I did this equation in the chat here.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I was thinking it was an hour later, and then I saw your email, and I was like, oh, crap.
It's okay.
How are you guys?
Good. Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry. What problem are you guys on?
So we're just on number 6.
Okay.
We got 2 different answers. I picked 200, and you guessed it 214.
Yeah, I guess the 214. So I pasted that equation that I did in Excel, and I don't even know if that's even close to getting the answer, but it got close to 214. So I went with 214 on it. But.
I'm pretty sure it's not 200. I said 204.
204. We're split three ways. So.
Yeah, because the GDP is different than the gross national product. The gross national product includes income earned by citizens abroad includes like money that like foreigners earn here, and then income by citizens abroad. So like if the US was like a citizen was in China and they were earning money, like that would count. But then if a foreigner was earning money here, that wouldn't count. So I just took 200, added 9, and subtracted 5. But I'm not confident in that. So, but that's at least how I got mine.
Subtracted 5 from the losses of depreciation, or?
So I took the GDP, which is 200. So I added the income earned by citizens abroad and subtracted income foreigners earn here. But again, I'm not confident because but I don't think, I'm pretty sure it's not the GDP.
Okay.
Well, we were split 3 ways on it, so it's
anyone's guess.
We'll go with our gut.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Did you want to go back through the other 5?
I can watch the rerun, or it doesn't matter. Either way.
Yeah.
Did you guys have questions on the other ones?
We well, we were kind of conflicting on a couple of them, so we can run through them real quick.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can run through.
Okay. Well, for number 1, I got B.
Yep.
That's what we got. Yeah.
Awesome. Number 2, I got A, but that was a really hard one, I think.
So in that one,
It was hard.
that one I got C.
Yeah,
C. Okay. And I'm not confident on that, so.
that's okay. I picked B.
Okay.
So, we're split 3 ways.
Hopefully one of us will be right.
Hopefully.
3, I got A.
Yep.
Yep.
And 4, I got A.
Yep.
And
Yes.
5, I got B.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, great.
Yeah, that's right.
So, sounds like we're doing good.
Not
Okay.
bad. Not bad.
Okay, and then number 7. That's what we're on now.
Yes.
Okay, let me get down to that one. 7. A farmer sells 5 pounds of pecans to a Smith's Fresh Market or Smith's Fresh Pecans for $10. Smith's Fresh Pecans resells 3 pounds for $4.50 a pound, and the remaining pecans are shelled and canned and sold for a total of $8. Taking these transactions into account, how much is added to GDP? This one I got C, $21.50.
That's
Okay,
what I got as well.
I couldn't tell if it was going to be C or D. Like, do we add the $10 or?
So I did the $10 divided by the 5 to get $2 per pound. And then these are just my notes here, but then I did 3. Where did I get 3?
Because they sell 3 pounds.
Oh, 3 pounds. So I did 3 times $4.50 per pound equals $13.50. And then I did $13.50 plus $8 equals the $21.50.
Okay. So, yeah, the only one with that one, I wasn't sure if GDP adds the original sell of $10.
Yeah, well, no, because that $10 is included in the sell of the $4.50 per pound, and then the $8. So,
Okay.
like, you'd be counting it twice.
Okay.
That's kind of how I understood it. So I'm like, okay, don't include the 10, and then you've got $21.50.
Okay. Cool. Like I said, I wasn't sure. So,
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's all good.
cool. All right. For
Okay.
number 8, in 2014, a farmer grows and sells $3 million worth of corn to Big Flakes Cereal Company. Company produces $8 million worth of cereal in 2014, with sales to households during the year of $7 million. The unsold $1 million worth of cereal remains in Big Flakes Cereal Company's inventory at the end of 2014. The transactions just described contribute to how much to GDP for 2014. And I put 11 million.
I put C on that one for 8 million. I just guessed on that one. I wasn't exactly sure, but
So I put C as well, because again, I assume that the 3 million was already included in the production of the 8 million that Big Flakes did. So they were already going to resell it. I wasn't going to double up on that. So that's why I picked 8 million.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's why I did it.
I felt like the problems we were given were hard to find in the book, so I really don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of branched out and watched some videos because I was like, what?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I tried everything because, like, I need to know what this is.
Yeah. Well,
okay,
I'm pretty sure you're right. It's either 8 or 11 because they would still count the unsold as inventory for GDP. Like they'd still count it. So it's not just 3 or 7 million or 3 million.
Yeah.
So
correct.
It's one of those at least.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so number 9. says consider two items that might be included in GDP. One, the estimated rental value of owner-occupied housing, and two, purchases of newly constructed homes. How are these two items accounted for when GDP is calculated? And I chose A, both item 1 and 2 are included in the consumption component of GDP.
I put D as in dog.
And I picked B as in boy.
Okay.
Okay.
I figured it was either B or D, because I did look in the reading at the definition of an investment and a consumption component. So consumption, it specifically says except for housing. So it couldn't be housing could not be in a consumption, like new housing, so newly constructed home. So number 2 couldn't be that. It would have to be an investment because it's going to be used for something in the future.
Yeah.
And the reason why I picked D was only because an estimated resale value, I mean, no one bought it or sold it. So it's just an estimate and it wouldn't even be a GDP value. But that was just my logic on that.
Yeah. So my reasoning behind it was because I took it as like consumption component with rental is kind of like you're not buying it, you're not investing in it for the future. You're consuming it just for the time being while you're there renting. But then with the second part of it with investing, then you're buying a newly constructed home and investing in your future with it. And so that's why I went with B. But
that would make sense because it is an owner-occupied home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it somewhere in the reading where owner-occupied was a consumption, and I think I grouped the two together.
Cool.
So
well, I think we narrowed that down.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
Okay.
One of those is right.
Yeah. And then number 10, the city of Ann Arbor, Michigan buys a police car manufactured in Germany. In GDP accounts, this transaction is included in A. I got B because the government's buying. It's the government because they're buying police cars for the city, and it's imports because they're buying it in Germany for Michigan. So I got B.
That's what I got too.
Awesome. That's what I got. Sweet.
Okay, number 11. I did not get an answer on this one. Because the answer that I got was not a number that was an option.
That was my same situation, so I guessed A.
Okay. In the economy of Tajikistan in 2015, consumption was 3,000, exports were 1,200, GDP was 8,000, government purchases were 1,200, and imports were 600. What was Tajikistan's investment in 2015? And I think I added the purchases and imports, so I got 1,800, which was not an option.
See, when I was doing the math, I was getting somewhere around like $200 or $300, and so it was nowhere close. So
okay.
Throughout A.
So I got $3,200.
Okay.
Because there's a formula I found in the PowerPoint. What page was that? 14. That's it, right? Yeah, because so you have consumption, which is 3,000. You have I, which is your investment, which is corporations. G is government purchases, and NX is your exports minus your imports. So the one thing we didn't have was investments.
Genius. So then you just solved for it.
Yeah, so you added 3,000 plus 1,200 plus 1,200 minus 600. And then you had your 8,000 on the other side because that's your GDP.
Yep.
And then you could solve from there and get investments of 3,200.
Good job, Jesse.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
that's how I did it. I was like, sweet, I know one.
Way to go.
Yeah. That's what I get for watching some videos too.
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense there.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, maybe you can help me on the next one. So number 12. So this table below contains data for country A for the year 2010. What were country A's imports in 2010? I guessed, and I said 120, which was D, as David.
I put 122 because they didn't say net imports. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that they're not looking for the net import, which would have been A. Because you would have taken the exports minus the imports, and you would have gotten a negative 32. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a trick question. If they're like net imports mean imports.
And that's I just went off of imports since I didn't see net imports either, and so I just took the domestic purchase of foreign goods and took that 120 off of there and used that.
Okay, then I guess my guessing was right.
We'll go with that.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, and let's see, number 13, the GDP deflator for years subsequent to the base year measures the change in, I got A, nominal GDP from the base year that cannot be attributable to the change in real GDP.
Yes, me too.
Sweet. I guessed on that one too.
Yay!
I was like, hey, I got that.
Good job. Okay, I'm grabbing my notes for number 14 because I think I got this right. So, okay, so for 14, in which year was this country's nominal GDP highest? And I went with D, 2017, because it's asking for GDP. And so you can like multiply the price of the movie, price of things times the quantity, and then add them together.
Yeah, I went with D as well.
Yeah, so did I, because the highest with the $12 and $6 and
Cool.
Putting those together.
Cool.
Yeah.
D it is.
Yes, D it is. Okay. 15. Right. Yeah. All right. So this one wants to know the output of this country and which one it grew in. So I picked, I think I was guessing on this one. I picked D, 53.6% from 2017 to 2018.
I got C, the 15.4%.
And this one I wasn't sure on, so I didn't get an answer on this one.
Cool. So I did the equation where you take the base about what was it, base year of 2015, and then you'd calculate those numbers. So you'd input the numbers using that base year base. And then I found the difference between those numbers. So each year, because if you do it where you haven't changed any of the numbers and you just calculate the GDP of each year, each year, the differences are the answers A, B, and D, which is why I was really confused when I was doing this the first time, because I was like, hey, it's A, B, and D. So it's probably C because I'm probably doing this wrong. And then I figured out that if you use the number for the base year for the dollar amounts, then you get differences in percentages through the years, and that's one of them. Was the 15% from 2016 to 2017.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's that, just because all the other ones were the other option. So that one took me a while to do. That and 17, which we're coming to.
Yes, we are.
All right. Question 16. A country reported nominal GDP of 115 billion in 2010 and 125 billion in 2009. It also reported a GDP deflator of 85 in 2010 and 100 in 2009. between 2009 and 2010. I put D, real output. Hold on. Yeah, the real output and price level both fell.
And I got B on that one because I figured the real output was the dollar amount. So it went from 115 billion to 125 billion. So I took that as the real output, raised 10 billion, and then the price level fell. I took the price level as the deflator going from 85 down, or going from 100 down to 85 from 2009 to 2010.
So I think you mixed up the first ones, because in 2009 it was higher. It was at 125, and then it dropped to 115 in 2010. I think they're tricking us by flipping the numbers.
Oh yeah, because I got tricked on the second part. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got the second. Yeah. You got the second part though. That you got that. So they both fell, is what I think.
Okay.
Okay. See, I picked B as well, so I think you're correct. It is B.
Cool.
Okay, so 17.
I have no idea.
So I guess that this one, so this country's inflation rate from 2010 to 2011 was 38.2%, which was B. But now I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I had no idea either, but I did guess B. So
cool. Well, we will go with B.
We can unanimously guess B.
Cool.
All right, sounds good.
As I found the equations to do it, if you can find the GDP deficient, is that the word deficiency or something? Deflation. Deflator. Thank you. If you find that, then there is an inflation equation where you take the deflator from the second year and subtract the first year, and then divide it all by the first year, or sorry, by the second year. So you do, okay, nope, hold on. So it's, hang on, let me find the slide. That'll make more sense.
Yes.
Hold on here. Okay.
I think I found the same thing that you found.
Yeah.
I just didn't make notes on it.
Oh dang! It's in the book. It's an inflation equation. So, but even once I found that and I computed everything, I got 54%, which was not an option. So, I think the equation's right. I think I might have done my math wrong. I double checked everything, but I will go with B on this one with you guys.
Okay.
So there is an equation for it. I just didn't do anything else right.
It happens.
Okay, and then number 18. Let's see, the table below contains the data for the country of Togo. The base year is 1974. From 1975 to 1976, I picked A, inflation was 25%, and output did not grow.
Well, I put B, but why do you think the output wouldn't grow? Because I'm not, I could be wrong.
Yeah, because I didn't leave any notes on this.
I picked B as well because I thought it was 25% and then output grew from 75 to 76. And I think my logic was because it went from 3,000 to 3,750, which also increased our deflator from 120 to 150.
Yeah.
Sorry, deflator.
But it was definitely an inflation of 25%. So
yes.
Yeah. Let me check my math on that one and see. Maybe that did grow with it. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Are you good to move to 19, or do you want to wait a little bit to see
Yeah,
Okay.
you can move to 19 on that.
Okay. The GDP per person tells us the income and expenditure of the, I put C, average person in the economy.
Yep, I got that.
That's what I got.
Sweet.
Sweet. All right, last one. The underground economy. I was kind of guessing at this one, but it excludes the amount of criminal activity in an economy.
I got includes. I got C on number 20.
Okay.
I put B. Because and I thought both of those two for a moment, but then I was looking into it. So the underground economy, and it says it specifically, like, is usually illegal transactions or illegal criminal activity. So I'm pretty sure it's not C because it says legal transactions that go unreported or unreported. So it's like the black market basically. Like it's all the stuff that's not supposed to be. And so I just put it that it's larger for developed nations, which I'm pretty sure I found this in the reading, than developed nations when measured as a percent of GDP. Because they're able to be a little bit more organized, so they make more money.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find this. I couldn't find this in the reading, so I couldn't find exactly where it said it, but
All right.
But we can go with B on that one. With Okay, so back to which one was it? Number 18.
18. Yeah.
So if you take the nominal GDP, go to 1975 and take that $3,000 and divided by 120, it comes to the 25, and then take the $3,750 out of 1976 and divide that by 150, and that comes to 25 as well. And so it didn't grow, but it was 25%, so it didn't grow.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good.
Yeah, so that's why I went with A on that one. But
I was thinking that I should divide those and figure that out, but I was like, nah, it looks like it grows.
yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's kind of tricky with that. So.
Well, thank you. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. We're ready to submit then.
Okay, let's see how we do.
Oh, geez. It's always the worst part.
Waiting to see what we get.
I got 15 out of 20, so I was wrong on some of those.
I got 19. So I did
nice.
Doing all right.
Looks like I got 18 out of 20.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thanks for your guys' help.
Yeah, no problem. So
absolutely.
I think I accidentally misled part of our group or the new guy in the group. So did you guys see the email from the teacher about a new person being added into our group?
Yeah, I saw that.
Cool. I think I responded with the wrong time. So we can just, I mean, if you guys already emailed him the Hangout thing, I'll just email him and be like, hey, sorry. I put the wrong time because I thought it was the wrong time.
Okay, I emailed him back and I told him 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, so I think he should have known 7 o'clock on Tuesday, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, I put, well, maybe I did. I don't know.